Morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Thursday, the 25th. You can see on the webcam I'm in the launch point vehicle. Basically, because that's the only place I appear to be able to get any Wi-Fi mobile data. Certainly none around the clubhouse at the moment, that area. So gives you an idea of me, also an idea of what's going on the airfield. Lovely sunny day, as you can see in the background. Bitterly cold, and you can see why looking at this chart. Cold front went through last night, bit of rain on it, not much in places. Doesn't look like there's been any here, but it's now drawing in sort of northerly winds, and if you trace those winds all the way back, they are coming from the Arctic all the way down over us. Not tightly spaced, I suppose, so it's not terrifically windy. Looks like about sort of 5 or 6 knots on the ground here at the moment. But from a general northerly direction, the forecast is sort of suggesting slight northwesterly. Our windsocks at the moment are saying more like northeasterly. Slight variation in that, which means I think it'll be a bit of a decision as to how we set up by just looking out and making our choices with what the windsock will be doing probably. So what have we got today? Well, according to the TAF, Farnborough, not a lot. When there's only sort of a very short line like this, you know, it's going to be quite nice. So 338 knots. All the nines, so 10k visit, lovely visit at the moment. You can see, you know, a long way from here, and few at 2.5. So I think there will be isolated cumulus. A bit of local soaring up to about 2,500 feet later in the day. Most of the other forecasts around the area, Gatwick, Heathrow, same sort of thing. Heathrow's a little bit longer because they're giving a forecast that runs for the next 24 hours. Upper winds. They're showing across the country here 350, 360, 20 knots down through here, probably dropping off a little bit over us, but over the channel going a little bit more northeasterly. So I think that could be initially why it's showing northeasterly and northeasterly here. But I think it's basically going to be generally northerly, maybe a touch of northwesterly at times. Most of the day, SatPic doesn't show anything at all, really. No cloud here. There's the front that's gone through, and that's going to stay the same pretty much all day, I would have thought, apart from the isolated bits of cumulus that we'll get. Temperature-wise, it is not going to feel warmed, and it is going to be cutting. As it has been on 1 or 2 of the days in the last week or so. And the wind chill, I think even if we get 5 or 6 degrees here, the wind chill is going to take it down to somewhere just above freezing. So 1 or 2 degrees, it's going to feel like out at the launch point. Top Medio just shows blue with some upper cloud. I can't see any upper cloud at the moment on any of the SatPics either. So it's just going to be nice and pleasant, and that's sort of 1, 2 o'clock. They are showing some cumulus in places. Don't take that as read that that's going to be there. They could be anywhere, but bits of Q, certainly a good chance of that. They're showing the wind strengths at sort of 1,500 feet by midday. Fairly strong. So that's just, sorry, that has moved. That's my fault. That's Saturday. It's going to be really strong. So they're showing it around about 20 knots plus upper winds from the northeast. So I think that there is some variation in the forecasts, and we'll just have to see how we operate. Okay, airspace wise, locally not really a lot going on. Just run through some of these bits here. Number 5 and number 7, well, certainly number 7 is Leon Solent. There's a temporary danger area for UAVs, and the same at Poole Harbour down here. Southampton, normal hours of operation, just amended slightly, but it's certainly daylight hours. 15's high intensity radio transmissions. 17's no danger area crossing service, and number 18 is just notifying of paragliders and hang gliders on the Westbury ridges. So nothing really to affect us here. Things going to affect us today are aircraft movements. There's an air test. In theory, it's going to flight plan for 10 o'clock, back in at 12. There's a King Air coming in, and also a Navajo in and out, all spaced in from sort of 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So could be a variation on the times, but it's going to be busy for that operation. Unlikely to affect us particularly. Certainly the jet movement will, but the other ones, essentially because I think we're going to be operating across the field. I don't know which way yet, myself and Jordan will decide on that when we get out there and get the gliders out. It could well be 0-5 as an option today, if not 3-4. Don't really want to take 3-4, but the windsocks are not favouring that at the moment. So it could well be 0-5. Okay, so if you're in the brown elephant sheltering watching this video, I'm afraid it's time to come out, folks, and start opening the hangar doors and getting the stuff out. And I will see you out there.